If you're thinking of going into medical school, here are some pros and cons for you from a medical student. Right, so if we start with the pros, at number one, you get to become a doctor. There's no other course in the world that lets you do that. And it's probably like the number one reason that you're applying to medicine in the first place. Secondly, and not enough people talk about this, but you actually have very decent course mates. Obviously, not everyone's going to be your cup of tea, but I find that in medicine, everyone's actually quite nice. And for group projects and stuff, everyone's quite hardworking. Now, number three is the practical hands-on learning. With most of the courses, it's a lot of lectures and seminars. But as a med student, you have to go to hospitals and do practical examinations on patients and actually learn to speak to people. And a lot of people really, really enjoy that part. And finally, it's a very, very employable degree. Obviously, most people do go on and become doctors, but some people do switch to consulting and finance, and it is possible to get jobs in those fields as well. All right, now moving on to the cons. First and foremost, med is a very difficult course to get into. A lot of people don't get in first time, so you have to be willing to put that effort in order to get in. And sometimes that means taking a gap year and reapplying. Next, it's a very long course. Now, of course, you know that when you're going in, but it's quite hard hitting when everyone else around you is graduating and you still have another 3 years to go. And that links in really nicely with number three. After you've spent those extra 3 years studying, you've accumulated a lot more debt, and your first job is going to be nowhere near the pay of something like a finance graduate scheme. And of course, finally, that job could be in an absolutely random location. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then this video is quite useful to watch because it explains the whole random allocation thing. Okay, so that was a very small list of pros and cons. Obviously, there's so many more things that I could probably talk about. So if you want a part two, let me know. But I hope that's useful. And if you are applying to med, then absolute best of luck.